Well, everybody out there, you're watching Metal Blast.
Metal Blast!
Where's my limit? Where is my drive? Where's all the energy I wanted inside? Where's my spirit? Where is my pride? Where are my two egos? Where do they collide? Sometimes I'm breaking down, don't know where to start. Sometimes I feel I cannot breathe, I cannot eat anymore.
Yeah, they did. I'd say. What do you say?
Well, I don't know, it's been really fun so far. The whole album's been received really well by the fans, and it's just nice to see that all the work we've put into it and all the effort and emotions just get receptive by the fans really well. So it's been cool so far. So tonight's going to be interesting as well, of course.
Well, you're with Napalm Records, usually associated with heavy metal and hard rock albums and sort of bands. So, how did this link with Napalm start?
There's one good explanation for that, because as Napalm Records is also a label from Austria, so we just have a short look that they're really working for us, and they have the chance to see that we are working. So we have them some kind on the short line. Short leash, yeah, yeah. No, but it works, and I think they are starting to, to have a look at different kinds of music styles, not just true metal bands, and they work very professional. At least we wanted not a major company or something like that, but just a label that is really working and pushing hard.
What type of style would you say Kontrust belongs to? Because you usually call this a crossover band, but crossover is everything.
Well, that's probably the best explanation anyway. No, it is a. Let's put it this way: Napalm's been interested in doing something else. That's probably one of the biggest criterias ever. So they've been looking for doing something outside their usual genres they do, and of course we've been looking for somebody that's willing to work with us under our circumstances, our stakes. That's just blended in together really well so far, and well, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. So far it's worked really well, and I guess it's just been I don't know, a lucky coincidence that we found each other really well. So I guess that's how it really got along to the point where it's working really good right now. And I don't know, did I miss something?
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Although the current incarnation, the current lineup of Kontrust started in 2005, the band hails back to 2001. When it started, did all the elements, the folk elements, the crossover elements, were there from the beginning? What were your aims when the band started?
No, there were not all these kind of influences at the beginning, but we started with the percussions. Percussions always were a type of the band and a part of the band. And yeah, every one of us is listening to different kinds of music styles, and so there are coming influences from this and that, and so it just was a matter of time, at least, so that new influences and new styles came into the band, and we tried to make the best out of it. Yeah. Yeah.
The best-seller song in the Dutch iTunes. And yet this didn't replicate in the rest of the Benelux area, which, although you were successful, was never to this level.
Yeah.
Do you have any explanations?
Do you have?
Not at all.
Okay, no, well, I don't know. At least it's well, why it is not working in that way as in the Netherlands, in Belgium, or well, we just don't have a real explanation. But in fact, we don't bother about it. So, yeah.
I guess it probably always depends on the moment too. I guess the way Bomba happened here in the Netherlands was a lot of, not luck. I don't usually like to use the word luck, but I guess a lot of factors that played in together really well. And for instance, it worked here. It works along the German border to the Netherlands. Austria jumped on later after they saw it works somewhere else, and then Poland, of course. So in matter of fact, we have Germany cornered really well now. So the next thing is trying to get Germany on their knees. So that's going to be the next thing.
Were there any big differences between the production of your previous album, Time to Tango, and Secondhand Wonderland? Or was it
Yeah, this one's a lot more crazy. No, it's been
money?
More money, yeah, more money, more funding. Just I don't know, I guess we wrote a lot more tracks. I think it's been somewhat to 100 songs, and to start with ideas, basic ideas, things we would never use in this band, but we decided to write them anyway. And then in the end, you cut them down just to basically 12 songs or something. And so you pick out the best of the material, or at least the best you think you wrote over the period of time. So I guess it's been a hard effort, just because it took a lot of us. It took a lot of our emotions and love, frustration, hate, and anger, and all that together. And then we put out this album, and everybody's really happy now. So yeah, I guess it works well. It's just it took a lot of effort. That's basically maybe a little more than the last album, but I don't know. Every album's different. Every album's just different and always more fun, and you're always a little more proud after each album you've done.
You mentioned this the album being crazy. So is the songwriting process rather chaotic? Is everyone just putting their
Yeah. Yeah, it is. No, but there's one difference between the album Time to Tango and the Secondhand Wonderland. On Time to Tango, a lot of songwriting was done at the first moment from guitar and vocals, and or maybe drums and percussion and guitar. And on Secondhand Wonderland, a lot of stuff came just out of vocal fragments. So a lot of songs were written and based on vocals, and so yeah, that brought a lot of new what could you say? Yeah, new vibes and new points to start songwriting really, and maybe that's why it's even more crazy than Time to Tango.
It's more colorful.
Yeah.
Are the influences or the background of every member very different, or everyone comes kind of from the same place?
Well, yeah. It's hard to explain. I don't know if it's the same with other bands. At least I can't say. Of course, we have a lot of bands we all like to listen to, and some kind of basic stuff. But I think everyone has its own corner that he's listening or she's listening to when nobody else can hear. So yeah, but it's not always easy to put things together that everyone is happy.
So since you mentioned this band that when no one else is listening to, what
Yeah.
would be your guilty
Depeche Mode.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something really.
But I think we are the two ones of Iron Maiden. We're the two Iron Maiden fans in the band. Well, yeah, Agatha is as her little hip hop influences, maybe.
Were there any things that you were listening to, in particular during the recording of Secondhand Wonderland, that marked that you were right?
Yeah, not our music. That's just hard. It's, of course, you try to figure out or listen to whatever else is going on right now, just in order to see, okay, are we doing something that's hip or in the picture, totally out of the way? On the other hand, it's there's like the main aspect when you write music or while you're in the process of writing is you just shouldn't give a shit. Sorry, a beep. Just in order to, I don't know, because it's your stuff you're doing, and there's 5 other people in the band, 6 other people in the band who put in their influence, and in the end it gets mixed up in this big goulash, and then what happens in the end is what we put out as this album now. So the writing process was as colorful as the thing you hear once it's finished. So yeah, confusing but fun.
But is there a certain concern that this mixture and this crossover style will not sell as well as you would hope? I mean, is there a fear like maybe it's getting too crazy, maybe people won't like it?
No. The thing is, usually when you go out to see a band or you buy music from a band, you always expect something that you haven't heard before. Something that will set the band apart from everything else that you know. That's usually something I consider very positive. Not everybody thinks that way, of course, but on the other hand, trying to do something else than everybody else, I guess, is always a good aspect. So why the hell shouldn't we be more different than anybody else? Or just a little more crazy? I guess we enjoy the fact that we try to be a little more crazy too.
Any final remarks?
Thank you for the interview. It's been really fun, and I don't know, we're looking forward to this tour in the Netherlands. So, any last words from you, Stefan?
Yeah, and be more careful when you're riding your bikes, okay? Yeah, we have a fast running bus, and yeah, we always have to take some kind of extra care when we are riding in the Netherlands. Yeah.